Well, 30 years ago, I was 25 years old. I was tired. I was stressed. I had allergies. I had digestive trouble. I had joint pain. And my mom, who was in her 40s, had all those same things, but they were a little worse. So I really had to take a look at what I was doing and what was missing in my diet. Didn't believe in supplements, but a neighbor and a dear friend shared Neolife with me. And I'm so grateful that eventually I said yes. I didn't say yes right away. I was very skeptical in the beginning, but there was something different about her. And I thought, I need to find out more. And once I learned more about the difference in the Neolife supplements being whole food based, so grateful that my mom and I decided to give it a try, changed our life, and it's really impacted our lives along with our family and our friends. And we're going to share some of this information here with you this evening. I have Mary Ellen, our holistic nutritionist, that's going to partner with me, and we're going to hear some amazing stories and testimonials just on immune health and how to strengthen your immune system. And it is your first line of defense against everything. Okay, you really got to look at what you're doing and what you need to strengthen your immune system. And tonight we're going to have just about a 20-minute presentation from one of our scientists, John Miller. We've known him for many, many years, and his message is very powerful. And then we're going to just kind of review some of the things that he talked about in his talk and go into a little more detail. So thank you so much for joining us. There we go. Just let me know if you can hear it. Give me a thumbs up when it starts. It takes a second to load sometimes. Let's go, Johnny. There we go. All right.
Hi, my name is John Miller. I'm the director of the Neolife Scientific Advisory Board. It's my pleasure to talk to you today about your immune system and what you can do to maximize its ability to protect you. In a biological sense, your immune system is probably your most valuable possession. Here's a few things everyone should know about their immune system. First, your immune system is your first line of defense against everything that would hurt you. Challenges to your immune system are everywhere around us. Biological challenges like bacteria, viruses, molds, fungi, and airborne allergens. Biochemical challenges like agricultural and industrial chemicals. And environmental challenges found in the air, the water, and our food. When it comes to your immune system, this represents a battle for survival. It always has been, and it always will be. The reality is that he or she with the strongest immune system survives. Here's how your immune system works. First is prevention, the ability to fend off challenges before they ever get going. Recovery, the ability to eliminate challenges should they get going. There is a direct connection between your immune system and your diet. The strength of your immune system is diet dependent. Like every system of your body, the presence or absence of key nutrients is important to how well your immune system will serve you. It is well known that malnutrition results in immune dysfunction. Every deficiency of an essential nutrient equals some form of immune compromise. That includes all of the essential vitamins and minerals, and perhaps 100 or more whole food nutrients that are supposed to be provided to us through our food supply. Your immune system depends on these to function at its best, and it relies on you to get them. Key immune health nutrients include phytonutrients, nutrients provided from plants that we consume in our diet, antioxidants, free radical scavenging, plant-derived protector nutrients, anti-inflammatories, system-balancing nutrients from plants and animals, including omega-3 fatty acids, and probiotics, the good bacteria that reside in your intestinal tract. First, let's start with phytonutrient carotenoids. Carotenoids are a lipid-soluble family of colorful nutrients found in fruits and vegetables. There are more than 600 of them in nature and dozens found in the human food chain. Carotenoids work individually and synergistically with each other, providing benefits that no other nutrients can. Science shows that carotenoids modulate immunity. There's a direct relationship. When carotenoids are high in your diet, immune capacity is high. And conversely, when they are low, immune capacity is low. This has been proven many times in both animals and humans. Carotenoids work with your immune system as functional components, meaning that they are basing building blocks, or as mediators and promoters of immune function, strength, and capacity. Carotenoids are also powerful antioxidants known for protecting cells, tissues, and organs from the destructive free radicals that promote the accelerated process and the degenerative diseases of aging. So the message is, you should eat a whole bunch of carotenoid-rich fruits and vegetables. The reality is that most people simply don't. To fill that gap, Neolife developed Carotenoid Complex. Carotenoid Complex is all of those things I just spoke of and more. First, it's the first dietary supplement of its kind. It's derived solely from whole food sources like carrots, tomatoes, spinach, red bell peppers, peaches, strawberries, and apricots, all things that you know are good for you. It is proven to deliver more than 15 important carotenoids for their individual and their synergistic benefits. It is tested and proven to boost your natural defenses of your immune system from free radical attack in 2 clinical trials showing benefits in both the bloodstream and on cell membranes. Next, it is proven to strengthen your capacity and response in 2 important ways. First, lymphocyte proliferative responsiveness, the ability of your immune system to deliver immune warriors to the site of need. And second, natural killer cell production. And the data showed that it could cause that change of as much as 37% increase in capacity. Hi, in just my name is John Miller. I'm the director of the research was presented at major scientific. It's my pleasure to talk to you today about your immune.
To see that at all? See John Miller or not? Can you see him now?
No, the messages is repeating again.
Yeah,
No,
it's only a picture of him. It isn't a presentation by him. It's
we
just
can
a
hear
picture
it,
of
though.
him.
You can't see the video at all.
No,
Even right now? Hang on.
even right now.
Maybe you should click that one.
And what you can do to maximize its ability to protect you.
No.
Biological sense.
Sorry, that was not sure why that's not.
But we can listen. We can listen.
I could see him,
Your
but
immune-
there is a pointed finger on him and I can hear
Your
him.
most valuable
He's
possession.
still at one spot.
System as functional components, meaning
Same
that they are
thing, we can-
basic building blocks,
Sorry about that.
or as mediators and promoters of immune function, strength, and capacity. Carotenoids are also powerful antioxidants,
Okay, we'll just go for
increase in capacity in just 20 days. That research was presented at major scientific events all over the world, then published in peer-reviewed scientific journals, including the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition and the Journal of Free Radical Biology and Medicine, and others. This establishes those findings as scientifically proven facts. Now let's look at phytonutrient polyphenols. Polyphenols are the water-soluble family of nutrients from colorful fruits and vegetables. There are more than 100 of them in the healthy human diet. They are present in many forms, including flavonoids and catechins and proanthocyanins. And like carotenoids, polyphenols work individually, separately as individuals, and together in synergy. Also like carotenoids, polyphenols are known to modulate immunity. There's a very direct relationship. Research has shown that when polyphenol content of the diet is low, markers of immune capacity are also low, and vice versa. When polyphenol content is high, immune capacity is high. New research continues to prove that effect. One study in 2018 reaffirmed the relationship between polyphenols and diet. Titled Regulation of Immune Function of Polyphenols, this study underlined that human immune cells have specific polyphenol receptors that activate cell signaling pathways and initiate immune response. Without polyphenols, this cannot happen, and your immune system is compromised in that fashion. In addition to immune system, polyphenols work as powerful antioxidants, blocking the action of harmful free radicals, and powerful anti-inflammatories, balancing the body's natural inflammation systems. Neolife is the leader in polyphenol research. Neolife has been involved in polyphenol research for more than 25 years. We are the founding sponsor of FENRIG, the Plant Polyphenol Human Research Interest Group. and International Association of Polyphenol leading scientists from all over the world. Neolife embraced and promoted research in this important area of nutrition long before it became the popular idea that it is today. The work that we did led us to the development and launch of the whole food-derived polyphenol product called flavonoid complex. Remember, flavonoids are part of the polyphenol family, the biggest part of the polyphenol family. Flavonoid complex is made entirely from whole food extracts and concentrates of polyphenol-rich foods, including green tea, kale, cranberries, elderberries, red and black grapes, beetroot, lemons, oranges, and grapefruit. The active components of flavonoid complex were tested and proven under National Cancer Institute protocols using the MCF7 human breast cancer cell line to help protect cells from potential carcinogens and to support both the prevention and recovery pillars of immune function. Other polyphenol-rich products from Neolife include Tray. Tray is a liquid nutritional essence of superfruits, powerful whole food polyphenol protection made entirely from whole food-derived polyphenol-rich sources, including pomegranates, acai berries, green tea, blueberries, black currants, elderberries, red and white grapes, bilberry, and cranberry, all fortified with some alpha-lipoic acid and resveratrol. Many of nature's most important polyphenol sources are included in this product, standardized to assure that polyphenol potency is delivered in every single serving. Now let's look at cruciferous phytonutrients. Cruciferous vegetables include things like broccoli, kale, cabbage, Brussels sprouts, radishes, watercress, and mustard. They provide a wide array of unique bioactive compounds, including glucosinolates, sulforaphanes, indole-carbanols, isoflavones, and other elements with such big names. Science shows they contribute directly to our immunity by upregulating our cell's natural ability to protect itself, literally increasing its natural internal enzyme protection systems. They've also been shown to contribute antiviral, antibacterial, and anti-inflammatory effects. Neolife's Cruciferous Plus provides just such dietary diversity. It's made entirely from whole food cruciferous sources, including broccoli, radishes, kale, mustard, and watercress. The bioactive components of Cruciferous Plus were tested under the U.S. National Cancer Institute protocol, again using that same MCF7 human breast cancer cell line, and shown to upregulate cells' natural phase 2 enzyme production, the cell's natural ability to protect itself, to protect sensitive cellular binding sites from the action of potential carcinogenic substances. Another group of immune-boosting phytonutrients is found in the allium family of vegetables. Allium vegetables include garlic, onion, chive, leek, and scallions. They contain a series of bioactive organosulfur compounds with known immune-centric effects. Garlic in particular delivers alliin, the active enzyme allinase, and the active biocompound called allicin. From decades of research, the garlic allium family are known to promote immune function by their natural antibiotic effects against microbial infections and their ability to modulate immune factors. Current science continues to shed light on that immune power. A 2015 study published in the Journal of Immunological Research showed how these bioactive allium vegetable compounds can activate signaling molecules between cells, which in turn activate and promote the production of immune factors like lymphocytes, macrophage, and mast cells, all key immune system components. Another 2016 study, published in the journal Nutrition, pointed out how supplementation of bioactive garlic compounds may enhance immune cell function and may be partly responsible for the reduced severity of colds and flus so often reported from its use. Such evidence caused the medically focused website WebMD to call garlic the immune-boosting superstar. Neolife Garlic Allium Complex delivers complete allium nutrition, made entirely from natural, whole food, allium-rich sources, including garlic, onion, leek, and chive, and proven to deliver the full bioactivity of alliin, allinase, and allicin at the medically accepted therapeutic dose of 4,200 micrograms, supporting healthy immune responses and promoting gastrointestinal immune competence. Now let's take a quick look at some immune-promoting fatty acids. Good fats, known as omega-3 fatty acids, are a great place to start. Omega-3 fatty acids are well known for their heart-promoting and protecting properties. They are also well known for their anti-inflammatory properties that counterbalance age-accelerating disease risk-amplifying effects of diet-driven inflammation. They are probably less well known for their immune-strengthening capabilities, however. Today we know that this family of bioactive fatty acids exerts major influences on the cells of both the innate and the adaptive components of human immunity. Omega-3 immune-related evidence continues to emerge from science. For example, one study titled The Effects of Omega-3 Fatty Acids on Immune Cells and published in the October 2019 Journal of Molecular Science points to an immune balancing effect of omega-3s. They showed how omega-3s can suppress the action of some immune cells while enhancing the action of others, resulting in what is known as a healthy immune balance. Another 2018 study, published in the Journal of Nutritional Biochemistry, shows that the omega-3 fatty acid DHA has an immune-enhancing capability when it comes to immune system B cell responses. B cells are a type of immunity cell that stimulates antibody production, a key aspect of adaptive immunity. Another study from 2016 connected omega-3 supplementation with reducing the negative impacts in disease-related inflammation, allergy, and autoimmunity. Neolife Salmon Oil Plus is truly a unique omega-3 supplementation product. It's derived entirely from omega-3 rich whole natural foods, including salmon, tuna, mackerel, and sardines. It is the first complete omega-3 supplement on the market, providing all 8 members of the omega-3 family found in human nutrition in balanced and standardized amounts. Salmon Oil Plus was clinically proven to be highly bioavailable, rapidly bioutilized, and to reduce the inflammatory fatty acid forces found in cell membranes. Salmon Oil Plus human clinical evidence tells the story. The evidence from our 8-week intervention trial showed powerful effects. The immunologic benefits included balancing inflammatory forces, reducing inflammatory index, and supporting natural inflammation-related immune functions. Other Neolife products that support healthy immune function include vitamin C, a powerful antioxidant. Vitamin C is a fundamental element of our immune function. It also improves our antimicrobial and antiviral capacity naturally. It is shown to protect from colds and flus, especially in athletic and highly active lifestyles, and is known to shorten the duration of the common cold. Neolife offers 2 powerful vitamin C choices, Super C and All C, both rich in vitamin C and all of the vitamin C-related bioflavonoids that would be typically found in the human food supply. Another Neolife product that supports healthy immune function is zinc. Zinc is known to play a central role in human immunity. It is crucial for the production of natural killer cells and other immune components. Zinc deficiency is known to erode immune capacity and increase the risk of infection. Macrophages, the pivotal cells in immunologic function, are undermined when zinc is deficient in the diet. Such deficiencies leave your immune system compromised and slow to respond, leaving you at unnecessary risk. Other immune-promoting benefits of zinc include helping to minimize the severity and duration of illness, supporting immune cell proliferation and wound healing, and supporting antioxidant enzyme activities within cells, allowing them to protect themselves better. Neolife double amino acid chelated zinc is a perfect solution for bridging any zinc deficiency gaps. Our unique double amino acid chelation technology supports rapid bioavailability. It's high potency, pharmaceutically pure, and a perfect choice for zinc supplementation.
Hi, I'm Diane Clayton, Neolife Vice President of Product Research, Strategy and Innovation, and also member of the Scientific Advisory Board. Now, the word probiotics means for life and refers to the beneficial microbes which live in close association with us. There are billions of microbes in our digestive tract and more than 500 different types of bacteria, both beneficial and potentially harmful. We now know that the particular balance of microbes we have within us, our microbiota, determines many things about our state of health. We call this our gut microbiome. It's our personal inner ecosystem. Don't forget that the lymph tissue associated with our digestive system is a very important immune organ and said to constitute about 70 to 80% of our immune system. In fact, during the last 10 years, the number of high-level publications in this area has grown exponentially. It's amazing just how much our microbiome is now known to influence our overall state of health. In the lining of the intestine or the gut barrier, our microbes communicate with our immune cells, and through them they can influence the health of other parts of our body. Neolife Acidophilus Plus was formulated to provide 5 types of beneficial, broad-spectrum, high-potency, and clinically tested beneficial probiotics. These beneficial lactic acid-producing bacteria promote a stable intestinal environment and a gut barrier support. Now remember that this is one of your first-line defense mechanisms. Maintaining gut barrier integrity, the lining of the intestine, contributes in many ways to support the capacity to absorb nutrients and also supports a robust immune response. Each Acidophilus Plus capsule guarantees over 5 billion active bacteria, including the powerful Lactobacillus and Bifidus strains. These are protected against the acidity of the stomach by our proprietary gel guard system, and they are delivered to the sites in the intestine where they are needed. Research on these individual strains is emerging to show many effects to support overall immune function. This product has the ideal composition to support gut barrier integrity at all life stages. Our nutrition shapes our microbiome.
So, in closing, remember, your immune system is your first line of defense against all that would do you harm. And immune challenges are everywhere around us. Most of them are unseen until they've got a hold of us. Also remember that the strength of your immune system is diet dependent. The malnutrition of poor diets is known to compromise immune function in many ways. A wide array of whole food nutrients are needed for your immune system to be its best. Most people simply do not get enough of those nutrients. Neolife can bridge those immune-supporting whole food nutrient gaps and help you reach your greatest immune potential every day.
And I do apologize for that, but you know what? This is on YouTube. I'm going to send just this link to you guys. So if you do want to review it and watch it later, very valuable information. But we're going to do a quick little review on this presentation because John covered so much that would really help and benefit our health in so many ways. So let's start talking about what John talked about. And I just want to make sure you can see the slides now. Yes? Awesome. Thank you. Just want to make sure, sometimes technical challenges happen here. So thank you, team. So you know what? He talked about prevention, recovery, and healing. And I have to share with you that this is so important to make sure that we have all these things in check. And he talked about the key nutrients, your phytonutrients, which are your plant nutrients. He talked about your omega-3, which is your fish oil. Talked about probiotics, and that's where Dr. Diane Clayton came in and shared a little bit about the Neolife Acidophilus and getting that good bacteria, the good microbiome in check, in a proper balance, in your vitamins and minerals and antioxidants. So all of this is available in our diet. Okay. But the challenge is getting enough of these nutrients in our diet. And you really got to look at your pantry and you got to look at your fridge. Okay. That's the first place I tell people that they need to look at. And it kind of needs to look like this. Okay, so it's a bit of a challenge. I don't know about you guys, but if you have anybody in college, university, I went in to see some of the college university fridges when I was visiting my son when he was at college, and I was appalled with what was in their fridge. But this is, sometimes this is typical for our kids, right? So it's a challenge to make sure we're getting all those key nutrients. So, supplementation is critical. And I'm going to have Mary Ellen Vandenbrink, our holistic nutritionist, join us now, and maybe just share some of the challenges that we have out there when it comes to supplementation. Mary Ellen Vandenbrink, thank you so much for joining us.
Yeah, thank you, Nada. And that's so true, because I know even as myself as a concerned mom, I had tried a lot of products that didn't work and I didn't understand why. And then when I took my holistic nutrition course, there's so many different products out there. There's professional lines, and a lot of it is just how the product is marketed. But a lot of people share with me, go, oh, it has to be in a store to be safe. But if you look at this article here, GNC, Target, Walmart, they were accused of selling adulterated herbals. NBC News said that Harvard scientists found speed-like ingredients at the vitamin shop, and GNC was accused of selling drug-spiked dietary supplements. So just because something's in a store does not mean it's safe. It has to have a criteria to follow. And that's one of the things that really impressed me when I was introduced to Neolife, because, the fact that it had been around since 1958, it was made from whole foods, and, it had a pharmaceutical license for manufacturing. So every single ingredient is tested, the product's made, it's tested again, comes to Canada, and it's tested again before it's released to us as a consumer. And the whole philosophy of the company is based in nature, but backed by good evidence-based science. And that's very, very important. And when people ask me, well, what do I look for in a supplement? I say, one of the first things you want to know is, what is this product made from? Because just because it says natural on the label, natural can be anything from the ground. It can be algae, pine bark, fungus. But when you look at what we're missing in our diets, especially according to that Lancet study, it says whole grains, fruits and vegetables, and wild salmon. And that's what Neolife makes their products from: whole food, human food chain nutrients. And they have the whole family, because we need all the intrinsic factors in these foods. And food has a safe history of use for decades, where a lot of the things in a lot of these products are, hype things that pop up out of the blue. And every single ingredient is non-GMO and gluten-free. So it's tested to make sure that all the products follow that criteria. And the reason that, you can pick up a bottle of Neolife and you can look at that label and you can be 100% sure what's on the label is in the bottle and nothing else. But they also go one step further to make sure what's in the bottle gets into the body. Because I know people have showed me products and the label looks okay, but it's not working. And that's why, because you have to make sure that it's absorbed and gets into our body cells. And the reason Neolife has this, great effect with the products is because of our scientific advisory board, which is founded by Dr. Arthur First, one of the top toxicologists in the world. He actually was the co-founder of oral chemotherapy. And when he was doing his research on cancer, he found nutrients in food prevent disease, because food is our medicine, right? And he set up our prestigious scientific advisory board of world-renowned scientists and researchers who are very well known in scientific circles. And they're not just a good-looking doctor who endorses the product, they're involved in the research and development. And some of the products take decades before they come to market. They just won't bring it out because people want it. They want to make sure it fills a need and it's scientifically proven to work. And they do a lot of work with the Center of Disease Control, the USDA, and all the products are independently tested and published in peer-reviewed journals like the American College of Nutrition, New England Journal of Medicine. So they do have good independent testing on the products, not just the ingredients in the product, the actual products are tested on humans. And that's why it's so important to fill those gaps, right, Nada? And this is one of the ways we can do it with our Pro Vitality. You're muted, Nada.
There we go. You're right, Mary Ellen. I mean, when I looked at the products and I looked at these particular ingredients, and John Miller talked a lot about all these different nutrients, all these different things that you can be taking. And I'm so grateful that they put it all convenient in this little pack as a base for core nutrition. And, you know, this is something that my kids have taken for years. They've grown up on the products. And when John Miller shared how, you know, the importance of keeping your immune system strong and the importance of omega-3s and phytonutrients, I'm just going to quickly share my son's testimonial is, you know, 2 years ago, when he had his brain injury and he was airlifted to Hamilton, and you know, we couldn't see him. It was awful, and he was heavily sedated, and they said that he would be home in about a 4 to 6 month window, would have to go to rehab. And John Miller, who you heard speak on the session today, he shared with me, because I contacted him, and he said, Nada, if Jack has been on the products his whole life, mark my word that his recovery will be 1/3 of the time faster. And I held that hope in my heart. You know, we prayed on it, and I knew that, you know, Jack has been on the products his whole life. So this is his chance of recovering faster. And he was home 6 weeks with 100% recovery. And it's never happened in the history of that hospital with a severe brain injury that he had. So did nutrition play a role? Absolutely. And the nutrients that played a role are some of these ingredients that are in this Pro Vitality pack that I'm going to share with you. And I'm so excited to talk about our foundation product. It's the whole grains that are no longer whole. So our grains today are not the same as they were 70 years ago. Okay. When you used to buy a loaf of bread way back when, that loaf of bread had a day shelf life. How long does that loaf of bread last now? Like weeks. Box cereal, years. Pasta lasts forever. It's because they remove these grain oils. Our grains are processed, our rice, our wheat, our soybeans. It is perhaps the most important health problem in America, and that was a statement from a medical doctor back in 1994. So we're now 3rd generation kids not having these essential lipids in phytosterols in our diet. And these oils, they surround every single cell in your body to allow nutrients to go in and waste to go out. So if you're not getting these grain oils in your diet, your cell looks like the cell on the left. So no matter how healthy your diet is, you're not getting proper absorption and utilization of nutrients. This is what I started taking 30 years ago, and within weeks, what a difference in mental clarity, sleeping better, hormonal balance. I really started to notice a difference. And again, TRINN helps to get the nutrients in and waste out. Okay, and it's the oil from whole grains, but less gluten than a bowl of gluten-free cereal, because so many people have sensitivities to gluten and wheat. Okay, so that's the first thing. And then John Miller talked a lot about carotenoids. And these come from your dark colored fruits and vegetables, and that plays a really big role in immune function. And that's one of the capsules in that Pro Vitality pack is a carotenoid complex. One capsule in that, if you take one a day, is equivalent to consuming 80 pounds of raw fruits and vegetables in that box, okay? That box right there. So that little dark brown capsule is your carotenoid complex, all your dark colored fruits and veggies. Now let's talk about protein and meat. And, you know, I'm not saying not to eat meat, okay? I'm a butcher's daughter. I still eat meat, but I'm very careful with how much meat I consume. It's acidic, it's inflammatory, and some of it has a lot of hormones. So you got to really look at where you're getting your meat, how much you're consuming, because it does cause havoc in the body, okay? So meanwhile, we're not eating enough fish. Okay, and fish helps to with cholesterol, you know, very good for your blood fat, heart disease, things like that, but also very important for the immune function, like John Miller was talking about. Okay, and our fish oil is tested for 200 contaminants with an allowance of 0, and we're not eating enough fish. They're saying we should be having about 2 to 3 servings of fish a week, but the problem is the toxins. Okay, so yes, our clean fish and our omega-3. And the last capsule that's in that pack is called it's a multivitamin. So you're getting, I like to call it a Cadillac of multis in that Pro Vitality pack. Then when you add the protein to this pack, we call this a breakfast pack. And this just kind of helps to fill that gap, especially with your breakfast first thing in the morning. I've not gone a day in 30 years without one of these protein shakes. Incredible product for energy, mental clarity, especially if you're I find breakfast is always on the fly, and it sits better in your system. And my kids grew up on this product. Tastes absolutely fantastic. So let's talk about sugar, because most people start their morning, or kids usually, with a sugary cereal, bagels, muffins, toast and jam, or a lot of carbohydrates. And it does weaken the immune system. So we got to look at, consuming less sugar, cutting the white stuff out. It does cause candida, which is a yeast overgrowth in the body, which can also suppress the immune system and cause so many health challenges. You got to look at this. And we do have a cleanse, a yeast cleanse. So if you're thinking that, that might be me, I do crave sugar, I do crave carbohydrates, this might be something that you might want to consider. So we can talk about that a little bit later. Is Dr. Diane Clayton talked about balancing that good bacteria. Sometimes just taking a good probiotic is helpful, or sometimes you might need to consider doing something like a yeast cleanse. And that's something we can always talk about down the road. And actually, Mary Ellen, with your history of, or your knowledge as a holistic nutritionist, I know that you deal a lot with people with digestive issues and candida and yeast overgrowth. Are you finding it also in our children today?
Yeah, I find that kids are having a lot of problem with it, because sometimes they pick it up from the mom through the birth canal, or if, they don't get the good bacteria, maybe if they're born by cesarean birth. And also just because the fact they're often put on a lot of antibiotics at a very young age. And kids now, they're actually saying, especially, they just did a study in Guelph, even young, very young children, their sugar intake is so high. And again, not necessarily that parents are giving them sugar, but it's hidden in all those types of foods. So I find a lot of kids, especially if they end up with skin issues or they're chronic ear infections or whatever, a lot of times it's that gut is out of balance, and even a lot of the moms during delivery now are put on an antibiotic. So the kids are exposed to it right from birth, right?
Absolutely. Thank you so much. And that's where I think the breakfast piece, I think, is a challenge for kids and even adults, to have a good quality protein. And that's why the Neolife Shake has been a lifesaver for a lot of us, our moms and kids, and even for myself. And there's nothing artificial in our Neolife Shake. There's no corn syrup or, nothing synthetic, no preservatives, no gluten, no cholesterol. It's 90% lactose free and no GMO ingredients. And it tastes so good. And it comes in your vanilla, chocolate, and creamy berry. Some mornings I make it fancy with frozen fruit and spinach. And, my kids love the chocolate with peanut butter and banana. So there's so many different ways that you can make this, or you can just put it in a shaker cup, put a couple ice cubes with cold water, shake it and drink it. So there's so many different ways that you can have this product. Again, it's all natural. It's a complete protein, 18 grams of protein, fiber. It has that glycemic control response. So get your blood sugar in that glycemic control zone. So great for balancing and regulating your blood sugar, your vitamins and minerals and antioxidants. So it is a complete meal replacement. Okay, so for those of us that just want it for breakfast, fantastic. And we just launched another version of a protein, which is our vegan protein for people that, they really want something more plant-based. And I've had it twice now, 2 days in a row. It's actually really pleasant. I've tried other vegan products in the past that are not great tasting. So it was so grateful to try a product that tastes great as another alternative for people that want something more plant-based. And again, it's the first biologically complete protein for a plant-based protein, very difficult to do. 21 amino acids, 3 grams of the branched chain amino acids, energizing healthy fat blend. So it's got the MCT oil, which is important for brain function, energy, mental clarity, less than 0.5 grams of added sugar. Like, it's crazy. 24 vitamins and minerals and inositol, GMO-free ingredients, gluten-free, dairy-free. So an amazing product. And not only is it for building muscle and bone and a vision, but again, immune system. Okay, it has your vitamins A, C, D, E, everything in here, important for metabolism, nerve transmission, all of that. So right now, It's not available in our Canadian market, but it's something that we can order from the States if you do want to give it a try. But the Neolife Shake is here in Canada. So just a great, great product. And then Marilyn talked about kids. Well, again, my kids grew up on the products. We've got the liquid for babies. And then when they start chewing, they've got the Vita Squares, Vita Guard, and then they have the Neolife Shake as well that they can incorporate. So this is a great foundation for little kids to get their cells healthy. And one of the biggest differences are those grain oils. Nobody has it. It's in the liquid version. It's in the chewable version. And that is something that sets us apart from any other company, because these are essential lipids to get their cells healthy and plays a really big role in immune function. Okay. So when you're looking at the targeted solutions, and Mary Ellen, you know, we talked about just those basic products, but there's some other nutrients that John Miller talked about that we can add, especially if we're really concerned about our immune system, especially with what's going on in the world today. We really want to give our body the best chance to protect ourselves. So if you want to just maybe share about some of the other products that Neolife has.
Yeah, they're especially too, like I know because of my story, because of my son having such bad respiratory issues. And it was so important for us to, you know, like, first of all, get his gut in balance. Like that was obviously a big problem because of respiratory issues, he was on a lot of antibiotics, and I didn't know any other way to deal with it at the time. So, but the nice thing is we do have support products. So for instance, the Beta Guard is great for detoxification. It is part of the detox, but I know I take it every day because we're exposed to toxins. You even go fill your gas tank. And as you can see, 80% of cancers are a result of environmental toxins, right? And these pollutants, they suppress our immune system, right? Because if we have toxins in our body, it interferes with everything. So the Beta Guard is a great product that just pulls out. Plus, it does have zinc in it, and it does have some lots of minerals that help with blood sugar regulation. So it's really a powerful product. It is a cross-border product as well. But you know, it's very easy to get that way as well. So.
And Mary Ellen, just to share, like I started on those basic products that we talked about, the core nutrition. And then when I went to hear a presentation from one of our scientists, Dr. Shepard, he talked about the allergies and immune function. And that's where I thought, oh, because I was at that point, I was sleeping with Kleenex on my nose and my allergies were so bad. I was using antihistamines pretty much year round. And when I added this one product, that's when it really made a difference. And it took, you know, a few months, but I have to say, when the next season came around, my allergies were completely under control, no symptoms. I could go into a house with cats, whereas I can literally be in a house with a cat, whereas I could never before. So this is one product that really made a huge, huge difference for myself. Thank you.
And one of the key things, because with David, because especially like things like asthma, you get a lot of mucus in the airways. Well, one of the key products that really helped him was the vitamin A. And what vitamin A does, it breaks up the mucus, especially in the lungs, in the airways. And because with asthma, it's like spasming. So I remember Don Lawson used to say, you kind of get like a cup of, let's say it was full of that sticky mucus. Well, if you put a vitamin A in, it breaks up the mucus. And so a lot of people say, well, vitamin A is fat soluble. Is that safe? Well, the difference with the Neolife vitamin A is it's water miscible. So the particles are smaller. It won't store in the liver like most of the products that are on the shelf. The body takes what it needs and naturally eliminates the rest. Mm-hmm. And with Dave, we found like once we added the A to the children's products, we noticed a big difference. And that was the key one to really get him off of his inhalers. And a lot of you, I don't know this, but my husband used to get pneumonia every year because that's another lung issue. A lot of the key lung issues are things like bronchitis, pneumonia, let's say cystic fibrosis. Those are all pulmonary fibrosis. Those are all lung type diseases. Well, Henry used to get pneumonia every year. And when I really had to twist his arm to try the products, but he finally did. And I had to challenge him. I said, try it for 6 months and see what happens. Well, he was on the products for 6 months. The first year, he didn't get pneumonia. He had it like 5 years in a row. And of course, it's always coincidence type thing. Well, the next year, he didn't get it. Well, now, 27 years later, he has not had pneumonia again, even though his lifestyle did not change. He was doing exactly the same thing, working outside long hours, playing hockey, doing that thing. So it just showed that adding that immune support was definitely a key with him. And again, like John Miller talked about a lot of the products, like even how powerful the salmon oil is, the vitamin C, acidophilus, all of these things play such a huge role in immunity. And again, depending on your diet, but reality is it's really difficult to get all, especially with our soils being so grown. But one thing that is so important, and when you think of vitamin D, you know how they've got the D highlighted there? That's because D is for defense, right? Because what are we trying to protect ourselves right now from? Viruses, from bacteria. So we're like wearing masks and doing these type of precautions. But vitamin D, it actually protects us in our first line of defense, which is almost like wearing a mask, right? And that's like shields you from bacteria, and things that do it is your skin layer, your lungs, your intestines. All of these are to protect from getting these viruses and bacteria into your body, right? Well, if it does get into the body, there's a second line of defense, and vitamin D works there too to neutralize these viruses and bacteria. So it's so important, and we have vitamin D receptors throughout the body. Like people used to just think, oh, vitamin D was for the bones or whatever, but it actually has a huge like receptors in our lungs, our skin, all over the body. So it's not just for bone health. It's so important, and like especially right now, the fact, like reality is we're going into winter. Like I was outside today, when you get a little bit of sun on your face because it's freezing cold, so you got everything covered up. But other than that, we are, and you have sunscreen on anyways, so you're probably not getting it. So we are North Americans are notorious for being very low in vitamin D. So this is a very economical, easy way to fill that gap. And I really like this because it's not from sheep wool. It's actually from plant-based whole food. So you get the benefits of eating it from food. So it's going to absorb better in your body and you're going to get better results. And Nada, would you like to share now if how people can get started tonight to try out the products?
Absolutely. So I'm so happy to share that we have what we call a wellness club, and it's free to join our wellness club. Okay. So basically you're just registering for free just to get your own personal website. And you automatically get a 15% savings when you register. And when you go on auto ship, which is an auto delivery, because that vitality pack or that breakfast pack is a month's supply. Okay. So when you set that up on auto ship, you get wholesale price, which is a 25% saving on that breakfast pack. And also, when you stay on auto ship, after 6 months, they accumulate all the shipping that you've paid and you get it all back in loyalty points, and you can spend it on other products. So I have so many customers that are so happy because people just don't like paying for shipping. So this is just a great way to get your shipping back. And also we have a referral program, which is great because, once you start feeling good and noticing a difference, you share it with your family or your friends. As soon as you get 3 people using one of those health packs, yours is free every single month. So I have so many customers that really appreciate getting their supplements for free. So that's something that can happen down the road as you start sharing. And it's just something that's available to you as a customer to get your products for free, and even as a promoter. So we also have different challenges that you can join if you're really looking at losing weight or increasing your fitness. There's a great community and a group that you can join just to make yourself more accountable, to stay on track of your fitness or your weight loss goals as well. So these are the different packs. So the Vitality Pack is just the vitamin pack that we talked about. So for less than $3 a day, it's just a great way to get those grain oils, the fish oil, the multivitamin, and the carotenoids in that convenient pack. 1 pack a day, a month's supply. Okay. The breakfast pack is when you add the protein shakes, because you're doing 1 protein shake a day and 1 vitamin pack a day. That's it. That's a breakfast pack, and that's a month's supply. And then if you're looking at shedding a few pounds, then we have our weight loss pack. And that's something that you can do if you want to shed, 20, 30, 40, 50 pounds or more. You're replacing 2 meals a day. And that's where you're getting your four bags of protein. Okay. So that's something for somebody that really wants to lose quite a bit of weight. Okay. But the breakfast pack is definitely the best place to start. Energy, mental clarity, you'll feel better, helps to strengthen your immune system, and just give you a little bit of everything that's probably missing in your diet every single day. And this is the referral program. So you refer 3, and you get your products free. There's also an amazing group on Facebook that we can invite you to. It is called Neolife Healthy Living Community North America. There's over 8,000 members now. And this is where people share stories on many different health issues, from arthritis to digestion to autoimmune diseases. And they just talk about the nutrition journey, the supplementation journey, and how good nutrition has just helped them with their health. Just a great community. You can learn more about the science behind the product, and there's video testimonials, written testimonials. So this is something we can invite you to if you're curious about just finding a little bit more about the possibilities on how the products can really have an impact in your life. And you know what? There's one more option that we're going to talk about a little bit later. If you or someone you know, just really enjoys helping others. And I have to say that, I was a police officer for 10 years. And while I was in that journey, after a few years into my career, I realized that I wasn't making the impact that I really wanted to have on people. Okay. And as I got involved with the nutrition side and seeing that impact of health on myself and my family, I realized that that was a job that I no longer wanted to do, that I wanted to stay home, time freedom, and work from home. So if you're curious about that piece, stick around a little bit later and we can share a little bit about the business opportunity. But we're going to have some people share some of their product testimonials as well, and some questions and answers that you might have after we stop the recording. So I just want to have Joan. Actually, Joan, I'm going to have you quickly share, because I forgot to ask you about your allergy testimony, because you've got a great testimonial as well when it comes to your immune system. Joan Poon.
Sure. Hi. When I was introduced 26 years ago, I had terrible allergies, both spring and fall. And I wasn't looking for a solution at that time when I saw Neolife. At that time, I had just finished treatments for breast cancer, and I was looking for something for energy and to boost my immune system. And so I regained my energy, and my immune system got stronger. And then I realized the side benefit of that was helping my allergies. So after a few years of boosting my immune system and also detoxing, I used one of the products Mary Ellen mentioned, was the Beta Guard, and that helped to detox me. So now I don't have allergies anymore. So it's been
Awesome.
so grateful for these products.
Yeah, that's great. Thank you so much for sharing, Joan. So thank you everyone for joining us. We're going to open up for questions and answers, and more people are going to share some of the benefits they've had with the Neolife product. So thank you so much again. And I will send out that YouTube video to you guys so you can watch John Miller in action with that presentation on YouTube today. So thank you so much.